with ChatHerBox Viva Las Vegas edition.
From the living room in her closet.
Woo! I got my merch on.
I want to know why the fuck we didn't do a live podcast while we were together.
I thought about it. I think I said something before we went. I think I said, hey, we should film a couple episodes. But do you honestly, I don't know how that would have went, but it would have went really good.
We went live on TikTok. We could have just done one.
We could have brought some. We could have brought some microphones.
We could have brought some research.
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
next time we live and we learn.
We do, and it was a busy weekend.
It was a busy weekend.
I am still trying to recover my damn voice.
And my whole body is recovering.
What is this? I got this new thing from StreamYard that says share your referral link. So like we can get referrals and shit now. I'm going to have to look that up. We have crossed a fucking milestone of some sort where we are now referable. I don't know what the fuck that means, but I got the email from StreamYard today.
What does that mean? Does that mean we can refer our podcast somewhere?
I don't know. I don't know. We're going to have to, I didn't look, I'm going to be honest with you. I just saw the heading.
You didn't even read it?
No. But I will.
Okay.
I'll send it to you, Assistant.
Yeah. Assistant Ashley. You'll see the name, Assistant Ashley, tonight.
I was thinking that we could fix my hole today.
With what?
I have a great idea.
You gonna put your True Choice book over it?
Shut up. No, we're going to let the crowd choose.
It's coming, Sarah. Research is coming.
Who's coming?
Nobody, but they're saying they're sad they haven't seen the research. We have over 380 clips and pictures to edit and put into content. So content will be pushed over the next week from Vegas. So
did it post?
New to StreamYard, looking to level up, check out Stream. Oh, it's a $10 discount for someone to be able to.
Well, I need this fucking share your referral link to go away. I can't read the comments.
I don't know how to get rid of it.
I don't either. Do you see it?
Yeah, but I'm in the comments. I can see it will go away for me.
Anyway. Yeah, I did have
we did live research on 3 people. On Jay, Big Sexy, and Sherry's wife. Cheryl's wife. Krista.
We have the research.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've not explained well. I gather the data.
Yes.
And then I take it back to my lab. And then I analyze it and edit the findings and then post.
Yeah.
I've been home now for 24 hours.
Yeah. And I gathered the research, so I have to send it to her, and it takes a really long time.
It does. So hang tight, my little butterfly.
Yeah, but it was a lot. How old are you? I'm 36 years old.
Why does that matter?
I'm 36.
I'm 20. I'm 31.
31. Okay, we're 31 today. Works.
That's the hardest part about being 31 is that I'm 44. 43, 42. I don't know how fucking old I am anymore.
I have to tell you this. Jared texted me earlier. He's like, "What podcast?" Like, "Oh, I do a podcast with Tiff." I was like, "It's on YouTube and Facebook." He literally just texted me. He's like, "I just watched 10 minutes of your podcast. I'm afraid I'm gonna end up on your podcast."
You might. If you don't act right, Jared, you will.
Because I've had such terrible experiences, but no, I don't think he will. I'm officially off the market today, as of today.
Now listen, Jared, don't go flipping the script and be fucking stupid and weird now that you landed her, because I am one flight away.
One.
Need to get my nails done. Somebody, Bill, I think it was Bill, said, "How's the Vegas hangover?" I don't have one. You have to ask her.
I survived mine. I ended up in the hospital.
Tell us more about that.
So Saturday we went to go do live research at the Cripper Club, and
at the what?
Stripper Club. And I went from being on stage to putting a Zen pouch in my mouth to waking up in a CT scan machine.
It wasn't the Zen pouch. It was the fucking 18 bottles of Tito's that she, okay? And she's like, I hear she's like, okay, so we have free bottle service because we did a collab with this club. I don't drink. So, but I was like, our friends are coming, so let's just get the bottle service for them, whatever. And he's like, what kind of mixers do you guys want with the Tito's? She's like, water. I'm like, red flag, bitch, red flag. What? Water?
First off, Tito's and water, it keeps you hydrated.
That's what she fucking keeps saying, but it's not true.
But you know what Andrew said? He's like, you had an IV in your arm. Of course you feel hydrated.
She's like, look, I'm not hungover. I was like, bitch, you were fighting for your life when we were getting our makeup done. Oh, is that a hangover? Yes.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a headache.
Yeah, it was bad. I was struggling the next day though. we were saying so. Anyways, I don't even remember. I don't recollect the night at all. Once I got off stage and fully clothed and put a Zim pouch in, I woke up in a CT scan machine in the hospital. I do not remember anything. Thank God I had her and Brandy and Chris and Andrew to give me all the deets. And then of course Andrew comes in hot with the videos, which are on my videos.
He didn't even remember he took them. Let's fucking back up here a second. I'm going to fill in the blanks from her blackout.
Yeah.
So there we were minding our own fucking business. Not really, but that's how we start the story. And her and Andrew are drinking.
Yeah.
I see them together up there front stage with all the strippers. We're in our VIP booth, right? It's back a little bit. I had a very nice stripper come over and talk to me. Turns out I like girls. We'll loop back around to that later. Then I see her and Andrew, like, I'm all okay, good. They're doing the buddy system.
Yeah, we were.
I like him. He's making sure my friend stays safe. All of a sudden, I turn around. There's drunk ass Andrew. Hey, I'm like, where's Ashley? Because now, for the first time the entire night, she's nowhere by him. I'm like, Andrew, where's Ashley? I don't fucking know. I'm like, oh my God. So our friend Chris is like, you guys need to go find her, check the bathroom. I'm like, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Where else would you be? So me and Brandy go into the bathroom.
No, you can't.
I'm all, Ashley, there's not a shit ton of stalls, okay? There's maybe like 4 or 5. And I'm like, Ashley, and I see 2 doors shut. And one girl like shuffles her feet. Those weren't her shoes. I'm like, Ashley. And I'm starting to panic because I'm like, if she's not in this fucking bathroom, where is she? Not to mention, in my brain, the whole fucking plane ride out to Vegas, there's signs everywhere. If you are a victim of sex trafficking, please call this number below. So I'm like, where the fuck is my friend? Okay. And then all of a sudden, you see her hand from under the fucking stove. She unlocks the fucking thing. I open the door. This bitch is, this is toilet seat. The bare ass toilet seat. Her face.
It was awful. I don't remember.
And her legs are like this. Like she is like just hugging it with her legs. There's wet shit on the floor. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck is on that floor. Is it water?
I think my tits are out too. You and Brady had it.
I didn't know that at first.
Yeah.
Because you were like this and you were like leaned over and I was like, what the fuck? She's wearing a bodysuit and I see the little tail of the fucking bodysuit just flapping out of her fucking pants. And I'm like, was she going to the bathroom? Because her pants are up and buttoned. Yeah. So attempts were made. And I'm like, what the fuck, friend? So I'm like, okay, we're going to need assistance. So I go out of the bathroom, assistance, right?
I know, Dana.
Everybody comes, run in, we help her. I go to move her because they're like, well, let us go get a chair. We can, a wheelchair and we'll get her out. We're going to loop back around to the wheelchair in a minute. Yeah. So they go and I'm like, okay, let me help her. She throws her head back, hits the back of her head on the metal toilet paper roll holder. Is that what it's called? Anyway, just whack. I'm like, God damn, friend. No. Meanwhile, I took a paper towel and put it underneath her face because she wouldn't let me fucking move her face. But I'm like, I can't let my friend sit here and bear back the goddamn toilet seat. So we're at a stripper club. Like, God.
At least we're on the girl side of the stripper club because
we were.
There weren't a lot of people there. So I know that bathroom was semi-clean as much as it could be.
And the guys had mouth urinals. They were shaped like mouths. Like,
Yeah, but in the guys one, there were already girls throwing up in the sink. And like when I went in there to use the restroom,
she
girls,
means on the guy's side.
yeah, on the
Like
guy
there
side,
was a stripper. There are two sides to the place. Guy strippers,
upstairs and
girl
downstairs.
strippers. Yeah.
We had way more fun on the girls' side.
So then they come around, I'm like, let me help her. So I like move her back after she hits her head, and both titties are just fucking, whoa. I'm like, oh my God, I need to fucking do this and put them back in. But before all the guys come, so me and Brandy are shoving them back in. I'm like, come on, ladies. They come in. I'm like, I look back. I'm like, okay, good. Let's get her in the chair with wheels. It's not a fucking wheelchair. It's an office chair. I'm like, you guys are very unprepared for being a strip club in Vegas.
Yeah.
Like,
this
is not the first time this has happened. And how I know is that they had a bathroom attendant. One of those fancy ones, mint, fucking cigarette.
Yeah,
body
but you
sprays.
said she was an asshole.
She was an asshole. That means it's happened before.
Yeah.
She's over it.
No,
she's tired of that shit.
It for sure has happened. And I knew that at the hospital because them motherfuckers were not having it. So pause
was
there
a
first.
Gold office chair, Brandy.
So as she tells the story, mind you, I'm blacked out, guys. All I remember is being on stage, putting a Zen pouch in, sitting my ass down. Andrew's right here.
It wasn't the Zen pouch, though.
I know, but that's all I remember. And then, so what she's telling you, I don't remember this part of the story because I was blacked out. So continue with the office chair.
So then, like the security guards, I don't know how many, Brandy. There was like at least three. At least three. Mind you, the entire time, the club manager that I did the collab with is present. He is there. Just remember that part for later. Don't forget that. The manager that I planned the collab with is front and center present.
Yeah.
They get her on the chair. They are pulling her out because it's an office chair.
There's a video on my page. There's a video on my page.
She's trying to get
hammered, Renee.
Out of the fucking chair. And listen, you ever seen a baby giraffe be born and how it tries to walk? That's what was happening. I was like, sit the fuck down, Ashley. And her fucking ankles are just, I'm like, can we take off her fucking high heels before she like breaks an ankle? And they're like, okay, so they stop. And they let me and Brandy take off, her shoes. She does one, I do one. I'm like, okay, proceed. They get her to the party van.
One video that Andrew got, my heels are on, just dragging like this. It's like the Wicked Witch in Wizard of Oz when her legs are just, they roll up. And then in the other video that's right after that one, in the same video, next clip, I have no shoes on. Continue the story.
Because we took them off.
Yeah.
So you want to break an ankle. So, because I was
I did bruise. My whole side of my foot right here is completely bruised.
You're welcome.
It
would be broken because that's the fucking path you were on. I was like, she's going to hurt herself. Take those fuckers off. How do I know? That was me every time I drank. Not just once in a while, not just a Vegas trip, not just a oopsie, every fucking time. I'm like, the research says.
Yeah.
So anyway, they came and picked us up in a party van, a huge one.
Yeah, big one.
Sweet.
Yeah.
They took us back in a little tiny motherfucking. I was like, "Ooh, you done fucked up." Now we're all close together, and I'm like, the bigger one would have been better. I don't want to get puked on.
Was I throwing up?
You were gagging a lot. I don't know if you actually threw up. I wasn't. I can't handle like boogers and vomit. Those are the two things that I will immediately throw up. Like if you would have thrown up and I would have been, I would have thrown up right after, just like a sympathy throw up, like, charity throw. I would have done it with you. But anyway, so she's in the van and I'm just like, the driver, now we've got some Russian guy who is mean as fuck. I was like, your security like to kick people out.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is he driving? He's mean. I gave you a plastic bag for her to puke in.
Brandy was holding the bag, she said.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even help with that. I will be the first. I put the titties in. I got you a fucking napkin for your face. I called for assistance
Thank
and
you,
backup.
Victoria.
But I could not help you. I will hold your hair if you're in a toilet.
Yeah.
I can't hold the puke bag. Because sometimes they're like, I'm fine. And then it's the exorcism.
My throat didn't hurt. My throat didn't hurt. So I don't think I threw up a lot. And more than likely I was trying to make myself throw up.
You were.
If I throw up, this is all scorching, but my throat was fine. So
yeah. So that was like the most drama we had the whole weekend.
Okay. So then that part. So then, mind you, I'm blacked out this whole time. So I wake up at 3:30 in the morning in the CT scan machine because they said I hit my head.
They took her to the ER.
Yeah, they took me to the ER.
The hotel wouldn't let her
go upstairs.
I called our friend Chris called the hotel and was like, hey, we're going to need help. I was like, you guys got to be discreet. Like this, I don't want to embarrass her. You've got hundreds of content creators staying at this fucking hotel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want content creators to video her and put videos of her online. That's her story.
Yeah.
And so they came, they were really cool about it. They came with a wheelchair, an actual
she did
wheelchair. But because she was so fucked up, she wouldn't get out of the van.
Hey, can you get rid of Rex? Right there. Oh. They blew up all over my page, and whoever that is keeps saying that, like, fuck off. And then they took me to the ER. They wouldn't let anyone ride with me, but Chris finally got to get in. I wish Chris was in here to tell the story. But apparently, when I was in the back of the what was it called? The paddy wagon or whatever it's called.
Party van.
No, the EMT thing. They kept strapping me, and I would undo it, and then the guy would be like, Ashley, you have got to stop. And you're like, fine. And then all of a sudden he sits down and I just fucking immediately unstrap it. And Chris is dying up front. So then they take me to the ER. They wouldn't let Chris stay with me, which I think is so shitty of Vegas.
Same, Catherine, me too.
I think it's really crappy. I think that's a Target thing that they do because
that's what I was telling her.
Yeah, because that's not normal to not let someone stay. So while I'm back there, so I come to and I'm in a CT scan machine. Like I wake up, I'm in this dome. And I start panicking because I don't know where the fuck I am. And I start shaking, and the attendant, she's had enough. She's like, stop moving. You're going to fall off. And I'm like, who the fuck is yelling at me? Like, I'm in a dome. Like,
I've been abducted by aliens.
So then they pull me out, and I'm like, fucking get this. They had it strapped down. So they wheel me out. I kind of go blackout again. Like, I don't remember. All of a sudden, I wake up again, and I'm sitting in a chair at the front. And my purse is wide open on the counter. And there's a homeless guy on drugs this side, and there's a homeless guy and drugs on this side. And I'm like, how did I get here? And then they look at me and they're like, hey, we need to keep you through the day. I'm like, I have makeup and hair in 6 hours. Let me the fuck go. And I start pulling all these
I already put a fucking deposit down.
Yeah. I started pulling all these wires off, and I go to pull my IV out, and the nurse grabbed my arm because I didn't realize it was a needle. So, anyways, and then I called.
It's like a tobacco pouch, but it's not chew.
Yeah, it's a tobacco pouch. So then
Spring Valley was that? Sorry, somebody. Spring Valley Hospital, something like that.
So then I get my phone, which my purse is wide open on the counter, and I'm like, all these people, homeless people around, my purse, wallet, everything's just sitting right there. So I get my phone. It's at 2%. I call Tiff. She's dead asleep in bed. And I was so fucking pissed because I had no clue why I was there.
Where the fuck are you guys? I'm like, she's all, are you at the hotel? I'm like, yeah, where are you? Fuck! And hangs up. I'm like.
So then I call Brandy immediately. And Brandy and Chris hop in the car, and then they come get me. And the hospital's like, we can't let you go. And I'm like, I'm signing myself out right fucking now. And they gave me my paperwork, and I signed. So I ended up with alcohol poisoning.
Fine.
Yeah, I ended up with alcohol poisoning and a concussion.
All I know is, like, I do feel like it's a Target type thing because she was she highly intoxicated? Absolutely. Yeah, but sure. Where I think it's a little odd is that they would only let one person go with her. And I don't mean just in the ambulance. No, I mean, like, we couldn't even get in a Uber and go.
Yeah.
Like, and wait. Weird. So it was one person. And so Chris went. But then when Chris was there, they wouldn't even let him out of the waiting room. He couldn't even go back with her. I'm like, dude, I have taken my fucking friend with me in the ER when you go back. so it's just, to me, I'm like, it's really weird. They didn't ask for insurance. They didn't ask for anything like that. And they've got her in a CT scan for a
Twice.
suspicion.
CT up for my brain and a CT
Yeah,
on my spine.
on her spine. And but she
they're-
wasn't there to consent or
I was
sign
like,
anything. Like,
and I wasn't at the same time. I know they do it for money, but I don't. I'm not paying a bill. I'm not paying that bill. Y'all can send it to whoever you want, but I'm not fucking paying it. And then
Wendy, oh sorry.
and then when people keep asking, no, I was not slipped anything. I just had a lot. We went through 6 bottles of Tito's. I was very intoxicated. I had barely eaten.
Don't worry, they did a full panel. She just had alcohol in her system.
Yeah, I was alcohol poisoning.
The club was really cool.
And it was, that's the second thing. King of Hustlers is the club that we were at. People keep asking.
Yes. It was a nice club. The guy side, turns out I am a fucking wuss.
You were. We have a lot of content. But here's the thing about that.
But the women's side was amazing.
It was. But we went into this collab. I was talking with the manager before we got there, once we got to Vegas. And one thing he left out that was pretty fucking needed to be known was that we couldn't film 90% of their faces, which I understand, but why are we doing a collab with you if we cannot film faces? It's extremely hard.
I felt a little taken advantage of.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you, because there was no contract or anything. And I'm the one who reached out because I was looking. I needed specific things. But the one thing that I made sure was crystal fucking clear. I didn't need permission. I could have gone to any fucking strip club, any of them.
Yeah.
But what I needed was permission to film.
Yeah.
Because you're not able to do that normally. So I was like, I told him, I was like, I can't do full naked or topless anyway, because it's not allowed on my pages. So I'm just asking for the type of content that you might see from, like, you know, the shows like Magic Mike or
like an ad, I got one, actually I got 3. I got 3 good videos that are uncomfortable for you, but it was one when you're getting a lap dance, but you can't, I cut the video where you can't even see the guy's face. Yeah. And then of course with Dylan, who was he was a stripper, but he was very, if I asked him to do something that wasn't like super crazy, he would do it. And so I was like, thank you so much for like working
which was
with
amazing.
Me. No, she was not
here's
there.
The thing. When they were like, oh, well, you know, we have lives outside of this club. I'm like, absolutely. So here was my thing. If that was the case from the beginning, the manager should have said that. Yeah. So that we could have made the decision for ourselves if that was something that we could do or not. Because I'm going to be completely honest with you. I had fun at the bar or at the club, whatever you call it. I had fun there. Okay. Yeah. But what I went to do, was a complete waste of time.
It was. And when
complete waste of time. I could have gone to the Thunder Down Under and got fucking content.
Hey, get rid of Franklin. When we went to it's a collab, so therefore we don't pay for, like, obviously we get money for tips because they're working, but
we're gonna give them tips. We're gonna do that.
The first guy that walked up to us, let me just tell you how this interaction went with me and him, because I'm in assistant Ashley mode, okay? And he walks up and he's like, "Hey, we want to get her on stage." I was like, "Well, that's the plan." Like that, I've already talked to the manager. Like, that's a plan. He's like, "It's gonna be $75, cash or card." And I said, "Oh no, honey, get the fuck out of my face." I was like, "It's collab. We don't pay for that." And he's like, I was like, "Can we film you?" And he's like, "No, you can't film my face." I said, "Then get the fuck out of my face. Why are you here? Why are you even talking to me? I don't want to talk to you."
What we had already planned, and I had already done my part.
Yeah.
So I promoted the club. I name dropped at the pool party when I did the live there. And then I did a live for what, an hour, 2 hours, something like that, before we went to the club.
Yeah.
And talked about the club, the dancers, the website. Hey, if you're in the Vegas area for cheer choice or otherwise, come meet us there. Come say hi, come do all the shit. And they didn't.
Just for the ones asking in the chat, all of my socials, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube are how do I do it? This name right here. See this Not So Average Ashley with the underscores? Every single one of my pages are exactly written like this. Yeah. So, but overall, the manager was super nice. Both managers. One guy, Tyson, she's actually done videos with him before. I'm not going to go any further with his name than that, because he does have a life outside of that. He was so fucking nice. He's like, I don't want my face filmed, but he set us up with some guys.
You didn't say his name, right?
I don't know his username. It's different.
Okay, good.
But he set us up with a couple people. It just kind of ended up I am the best assistant. Thank you. I do need best assistant award. Thank you. I know. Thank you. I do.
I'll have to work on that.
Yeah. And so, anyways, it was driving her nuts. I kept calling myself that, but that was the quickest way.
I'm like, you're my friend, bitch.
I know, but it was the quickest way to get things done from before we left for Vegas.
That is true.
Till when we got through Vegas.
That is true.
Thank you so much for the follow. But I'm actually a content creator as well. I just refer to myself as their assistant because it was just way easier. And then I also didn't have to get on any interviews or pictures if I didn't want to. I'm like, no, I'm just the assistant. I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Just get her.
I'm like,
because they tried to her interview on the red carpet. They're like, okay, you're ready. Go in there with her. I'm like, oh no. I'm just the assistant. Please.
And if she would have, I probably wouldn't have panicked as much. So, but that's fine.
They wouldn't let me go on stage with you, but you know, we had pep talks. But overall, Saturday was fun. We had a good time Saturday. It was good. I will say this though, we had an absolute blast with the group of people that, thank you all for the follows on Instagram. All the people that we hung out, which was us two, Chris, Brandy, her son, Andrew, Sune, and
they all fucked me up because we thought it was Sinette,
but it's Sune. And then I think so. And then D, and then our little core group of people was such a home feeling that I felt extremely comfortable at every event that we were at. Like in real life, Tiff is my best friend. No, she's
from Texas.
I'm from Texas. Tiff is my best friend. Brandy has been one of my best friends for the last 4 years. So we had a great time as our court. Thank you all for the follows on Insta. I don't post a whole bunch there, but I do appreciate it. So I think Saturday was a success. I mean, the pool party was a success. No, I didn't get any awards. I wasn't nominated. I just went with her.
But yeah, overall, I had an amazing time with Cheer Choice.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I don't think that it's ever a good idea to talk about other vacations when you're ending one, just because you're so fucking tired. Like, you don't ask me if I'm going to Disneyland the day I leave. I'm like, fuck this place. Fucking tired. Yeah. It's not the happiest place on fucking earth. I will not be back. You have to give me a minute to forget.
Yeah, thank you guys. Oh my God, I'm getting all these Instagram follows. Thank you so much.
But no, I had a lot of fun at Cheer Choice. People have already asked me if I'll be going next year. And I'm like, maybe. I'm not going to say yes, because if I can't, it depends on when it is again.
Yeah.
Where I'm at, what the circumstance. But I mean, as of today, there's no reason why I wouldn't go. Rather I'm nominated again or not. Doesn't matter. I can go for fun. Because the Cheer Choice Awards are open to any and all.
Bro.
What?
I just have to say it again. Thank you. I've had like 40 fucking new ads on Instagram just now. Thank you to all of you. I will say this real quick, just so y'all know. I have an Instagram. It's more for my personal side of life. I don't post my content on there as much, but I post the most on TikTok and Facebook, my actual content. So if you want content, Ashley, it's on TikTok and Facebook. Which is the same name, but I appreciate all of the fucking. It makes for my little 1,700 followers.
I wish I could open up, or I wish I could put the clip of me winning from Connect TV on YouTube for you guys, but I already tried.
And it blocked mute it, or partially take the song out. Yeah.
I can try to do that, and then I'll let you guys do. I'll get to that. Or you can just go to Connect TV. They have an app or online, and you set up a free account, and you can watch the replay for free.
Yeah.
So you can do that too. I wanted to show you guys. I know you guys wanted to see the awards.
Yeah. And they're heavy as fuck. Thank you all guys so much.
Dude, I had to empty out my carry-on and try to fit everything into my checked bag. And I was panicking because I was afraid that it was over 50 pounds. Turns out $35 for your checked bag. But if it's over 50 pounds, it's $100. I'm like, bitch, I could check 2 bags for $35 each.
Yeah, I paid $85 to check my bags.
So yours was bigger?
Question. No, I had to check both. It ended up being 85.
Did they not let you do your other one for free?
No. We had a great time with Slim Sherry. Someone says in the comments, she's fabulous. I met her for the first time.
I fucking love her.
I didn't know beforehand who she was. Tiff filled me in on her. And when I met her, she was just, her and her wife both were great. They were a fucking blast.
She's been one of my favorite content creators for a while anyway. So I was really excited to meet her in person. And before I pull this up and show you. I have to say, you guys that follow me know that I have severe anxiety in social situations or places that I've never been before. Like I have that like fear of the unknown type shit. And then once I experience it, I'm usually okay. Yes, that's their brand.
Wholesome hippie.
When we got there, like, well, the same day that I was flying, or no, wait, sorry, back up. The night before my flight, she was like, are you here in Vegas yet? And I was like, no, I'm so sorry. I was like, they had a show on Thursday. I was like, me and my friend bought our tickets back in September before they even announced that you guys were doing the show. And my tickets were non-transferable. So I wasn't able to go Thursday, but we're coming out tomorrow morning. And she's like, hey, let me know as soon as you get here. And I was like, sure will. So like, you know, I land, whatever. I was like, hey, we're here. You know, I didn't really know if it was just like one of those, oh, let me know when you're here, just being nice type things. She's like, awesome. We're at the fucking pool. We got a cabana. Come on up.
Yeah, Chris and Brandy brought us up there. And I'm so glad we did go to the pool the first day because that was a lot of fun.
So we met her friends because I hadn't met them in person yet. Chris and Brandy, we met them because I'm like, bitch, I'm hungry. So we met them at this terrible Chinese restaurant. I'm just going to be fucking real with you. It smelled like BO. It was fucking awful. It's fine though. We ate. I mean, it was sustainable.
Everything was so fucking small.
It was like an egg roll like this. Anyway, moving right along.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, I need to go upstairs and see Sherry. She invited me to the pool. And I was like, I got to go change. And so Chris is like, we get there. And Chris is like, dude, let's just get the cabana right next to him because you have a private pool and everything. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we went and saw them first. And they're like, where the fuck are your suits? You're going to stay, hang out. I thought it was just going to be a hi. No, she's like, where's your suit?
Too. We were so hot. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, fine. So we go back, we go to our hotel room, we put on our suits. In that time, Chris is like, I'm just getting the fucking cabana right next to him. And you have a private pool.
Yeah.
Like a smaller private pool up on a taller level. And it's like glass.
Yeah.
So everybody below can see your business. Was I inappropriate with that glass window? Absolutely.
We should have went downstairs and got content from that, but we were just kind of vibing and having such a good time.
We were just having a good time, but we did get pictures, but we didn't get the it was funny. We had a great time. I met Slim Sherry's wife. Is it Christy?
I think it's Krista.
I don't think it's Krista. It's Christy with it.
She was a blast. She's gorgeous. You did a research video with her. I filmed it.
Good job, Sherry.
Yeah.
Good job. Good pick. Good pick. That was a good, you know what I mean? I think she probably got first draft. Yeah. Sherry won first draft on her wife because not only is she gorgeous, but she's a phenomenal person.
It's Krista.
It's Krista? Okay.
Yeah.
But she's a phenomenal person too.
Yeah. Both really good looking ladies.
Right. And then we met Nick that's in her, comedy thing and Nick's wife.
Yes.
I'm terrible with names, but I can picture her face right now.
Blonde. She's blonde. They sat
super pretty. They sat right behind us at the Cheer Choice Awards.
Yeah.
Sweet woman. And then the other one that came with her mom, can't remember her name. She's awesome. She's like, oh, what?
Was it D? Was it D and her mom? No, it wasn't D. It was.
I don't know. She had the brown hair, and she was the one that Sherry kept saying she's lactating because she got out of the pool and then put on her shirt and it was all wet. Anyway, she was phenomenal. She was like, girl, do you know if you have a Reddit profile yet where people just talk shit?
Nick and Lisa.
Nick and Lisa. Oh, was it Beth?
They were great. Yeah,
look, Christopher's like, Beth, look, you guys are so good with names.
Chris is phenomenal. I don't know what I would have done without Chris because he is, I'm terrible with names, dude.
I'm worse than her.
Yeah.
They're like, hi, my name's so-and-so. And I'm like, yep.
It goes
and I'm going to remember you by lactation, brown hair, Nick's wife, the one in the green swimming suit, the one like, it's just how my brain works until I've spent like an ample amount of time with somebody. I don't remember their fucking name.
We met a lot of people though. We met hundreds of people.
We did. But I have to tell you, this is just a personal thing. Okay. She might not share the same thing, but out of every day that we were there, I honestly think that was my favorite day. My favorite activity that I did was Friday. There was nothing planned right at that moment. They had the casino night later, but like we got there in the morning, Slim Sherry and her wife and all those wonderful people I just mentioned, that were name dropped down there were all there, and there was no like stress for me, or like me feeling like I had obligations that I needed to do. Like I was just able to kick back, chill, and be myself. It was awesome.
I see your questions. I was letting her finish so I could answer. Yes, we met Kelsey. She's phenomenal. We did not get to meet her fiance,
of course I did.
But we met Kelsey. We did a research piece on her. She hasn't posted it yet, but it was really, really, she was a great human being. She was a vibe. She was a total vibe.
Here's what I loved. There was only one person, and no, I'm not going to fucking tell you. If you caught my TikTok live Saturday night, you know who. If you didn't, I'm not going to fucking repeat it. But
I don't think anyone on here even knows who that is.
I don't either. But there was only one person that didn't meet the persona that they put online, if that makes sense. Everybody else was either exactly what they show online or better.
Kelsey, why did you leave me?
Kelsey, we didn't do our collab. It was so fucking busy. Though.
You didn't.
I did do research,
but we did get a research.
But she wanted one for her page.
I know we didn't get to it. But y'all were both so busy.
But they had her doing so much stuff.
Did you hear her sing Adele? Period.
Yes, I was right there with you. She knew more words than I think you sung the whole fucking song. If there was a trophy for that, you should have got it.
Kelsey, she said, guys, Single Mom Saga touched me. Also, to answer another question, thank you for the follows, love. She did get to meet Mama Tot. We also got to meet Grandma. She got a picture with her.
For one of the follers here that wanted us together, I did that.
I have like 300 images that I took, because I took them all, but we just haven't posted anything yet because we literally just got home.
I just wanted to.
There we go. Perfect.
Oh,
yeah, Kelsey was great. She was hilarious. I follow her on here. I need to find her on TikTok. I've been on Facebook all day.
I broke my mouse.
Oh, I thought you were about to say you broke your award.
No, but did you hear about Howie the Crab?
Yeah, dude, I cried when she was
The heart got stolen.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's so fucked up. So whoever you are.
I think someone broke it. And
then
ran
what,
off
hit
scared.
it?
Yeah. Thank you, Jim.
If they broke it, fine. Just leave the heart. I'm sure we can get it repaired. But they took the whole fucking heart and left the base. That's fucked up because Howie's not here anymore. And that was so important for her.
Kelsey's so funny.
And me, because I'm taking it personal.
Single Mom said she wanted to be with me, guys.
This is probably why I didn't get to meet your fiance, Joe. I was like, I have a lot of anxiety in case you guys didn't know, but I was like, I didn't meet Joe. It was probably just a coincidence. But in my head, I was like, is it because I flirt with her? Is it because she probably is like, fuck that bitch.
Gail, my name's the same on all platforms right here. Not so average.
Not
Ashley.
underscore. Yeah.
Whole thing.
You're over
Instagram,
here.
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. It's all the same.
But I know it's not right. But everybody that I met while I was there was exactly, like I said, how they like show themselves online or even better. And I know that some people with Mama Tot right now, you either love her or you hate her. And you're allowed to have your own fucking opinion, as I am too. I love her.
Yeah.
I love her. And if you did social media, you would understand, like, we're not perfect. We're going to say shit. We have our own opinions. We have our own thoughts, we're not here to just agree with the masses. At least you shouldn't, in my opinion.
Ashley, tell her. Okay, hold on. Kelsey said, I thought you were my fiance.
Oh, well, I missed the proposal, so you're going to have to do it again because it's really important to me.
It was nonstop. Like, it was not, we were I think I didn't get enough footage, but I did. And it's so, thank you so much, Renee. Oh, it's because, Renee, don't even worry about my YouTube. Couldn't figure it out, so I don't even post on it. You ain't got to follow me on there. I just do Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. But Facebook and TikTok are the only ones I put content on. My Instagram is more personal. It's where you see my normal life versus my content life.
I love Mama Tot too. And
she seems super nice.
She is. Nice. And what was so crazy is the first time I saw her was at the pool party. And it was very similar every time I saw her to what I'm not saying I'm on her level. I'm just saying, like, I could relate. You know what I mean? Every time I saw her, I would want to like go up. Oh my God, but she always had so many people there getting selfies, getting pictures. And I'm like, I know that she literally had people who came there to see her. And so I tried to be respectful of that. And I was like, well, and then the award ceremony came and I was like, I guess I'm just not, it's okay. Like I wanted one with her.
But she presented your award. I thought was great.
So fucking nuts, right?
Yeah.
But here's what happened. Before the awards started, I had to pee. And I was like, is it too late to pee?
Kelsey
and so I ran down the hall, peed, come running back, and the girl's like, hurry, it's going to start. I'm like, I'm going. There's Mama Tot in a pair of flip-flops and a fucking popcorn bag. Like, she's not being bougie at all. She's just fucking eating, walking in her flip-flops, getting ready for the thing, eating her popcorn. I was like, woman, I have to go sit down because they're yelling at me, but I wanted to get a picture with you. If it's meant to be, we'll run into
Did you end up getting one?
Yeah, remember when we were leaving to go to dinner right after the awards?
One thing I didn't do. I didn't take it. I was on the phone when that happened.
Right after the award ceremony, and we were waiting for the Uber to go to our steak dinner. She comes out with a friend, like, dressed down, and goes, I was like, you!
Yeah.
Then she told me she was proud of me, and then she commented on my video today.
Yeah. But I will say this, because like I'm a content creator, but I'm nowhere on y'all's level of people. Tiff and I, and I'm sure this is for anybody. I know Slim Sherry was the same way. We could walk 10 feet, and I took so many pictures, and we stopped. People constantly wanted photos with Tiff. Like we couldn't. It was like, it would
take me minimum like 30 minutes
to go to McDonald's
just to go from like our hotel room to get coffee.
Yeah.
But I'm not bitching because I told Ashley too, I said, this is what I'm here for.
Yeah.
And so every single person that asks, I'm going to say yes, which I do anyway. But it was a lot that weekend. But I'm like, there are literally people who spent their own money to fly out from wherever the fuck they live just to see me, which still fucking blows my mind that that's even a thing.
Well, the one girl at the awards, she straight told you, you're the only reason why I'm here. And I thought that was phenomenal to hear. I thought that was great.
Yeah. And I did the best that I could. There was
Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate it.
There was one girl that I ran, and I didn't run from her. I was tired. It was midnight, and I was it was our first night there, and there was a lot that had happened, and I just wanted to go to her room and go to bed. She's like, hey, I know you. And I was like, yes, wonderful, bye.
Kelsey
I still was very nice, but I didn't stop.
No, we were tired.
Right. And then there was another girl. God, I'm such a shit. She follows me on here, but she doesn't just follow me here. She lives in the same state I'm in. We've been like mutuals, even on my private page, because we had a friend that we used to go to these like babes and brunches or whatever. All the shit. Long story short, I've known her for years. More acquaintance level than like friends, but definitely more than just like, you know what I'm saying? She came for me to the pool party and the fucking award ceremony. And at the pool party, she was wearing my merch. And I know this woman has bought every single fucking item of merch that I've ever made, because before the company that I work with now took over shipping, I used to pack all.
Did I take her picture with you?
You did.
Oh, then I need to look back on my thing. Found you.
You did.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's not a very good one.
Yeah.
But I know that she got a whole bunch.
Oh, okay, good.
And I'm going to tell you guys this part right now. The pool party was one of the hardest things for me. It was one of the best events that Cheer Choice, in my opinion, that Cheer Choice throws. And I know it has a lot to do with the people. Pretty much everybody shows up for the pool party because it's phenomenal. All the cabanas are taken, but like everybody, it's just a vibe, okay? But I am going to tell you right now, for me and my recovery, it was rough.
It was very hard. We left.
And I didn't verbalize it. Maybe I should have done better. But there were times, and I know I didn't tell you this. This might be the first time, but anytime I would like feel really antsy about something or want to drink, or like my addiction was trying to kill me in my brain by being like, it's been so long, you can have one drink. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
You were never an everyday drinker. You didn't need detox. You'll be fine. This is what was, Ashley will let me have one drink.
No, I
She
would
won't
not.
tell me no. She won't, like,
I would.
I know that, right? But like, this is what addiction does. It's
Yeah.
just your addiction trying to kill you. Right. And it's like being in that situation. That's the first time that I've been in a situation where everybody else around me is drinking. And here's
Tiff,
the thing.
get rid
When
of
I go
Courtney.
around people, go ahead.
Courtney and Joseph, get rid of them. They're spammers.
I'm looking. I can't find them.
Ash, my wife, says she needs to kick it with you. I'm a
There it
pretty
is.
cool assistant. I can be a pretty cool assistant sometimes.
She can be. But so what I would do is anytime I would like start to get, antsy or those thoughts would come in my mind, I would tell Ashley, I'm like, I gotta go make rounds.
Yeah.
As if I was a fucking nurse or some shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta go make rounds. I need to go socialize. I need to go. And that was my way of detaching from that, just sitting there where it's like, I could order a drink right now. I could go to that bar and fucking get a drink and nobody would know.
Yeah. And she didn't
And
say
it's
anything
true.
to me
I could
until we
have.
got back. Until we got back to the room is when you said something.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
And I'm like, I could have fucking done that.
Meanwhile, I'm over here running around with a legalized cocaine t-shirt the first night.
And the cops saw it and laughed at her.
And then the first night, the gambling night, casino night, I was so overstimulated by all the pictures that people wanted with her. They want pictures with her, but I was so overstimulated. I was like, I have to have a Xanax. And then I just ended up telling everybody I took Molly. I did not in any way, shape, or form, but that's how it was. But she did really good though. I think you did really great.
Yeah.
But the pool party was too much.
Well, it wasn't too much. It wasn't.
We lasted almost the whole time.
Almost I did.
Yeah.
But I also was really tired.
Yeah.
You have to remember, I had just taken my kids on spring break vacation.
Yeah.
And I was home for one day and then I turned around and got on a plane and went to Cheer Choice. So I was already pretty tired from that. And then we got there and there's just so many events going on and so many things. It's Vegas anyway, that like we slept maybe 5 hours a night. I have a booger.
I got 2 hours of sleep the night I went to the hospital.
Right.
On Brady's couch.
Or I have a scab. Anyway, but yeah, the pool party, was great when we first got there and everything was fine. Mm-hmm. You guys have to remember that part of my recovery journey is that I drank to hide, like to be numb, to like, and a lot of people do this too. It's like, what do they call it? Liquid courage. It's not courage. It just fucking like inebriates you from fucking feeling. That's
to the point of blacking
so you don't
out.
have feelings. So you can't have fucking anxiety. You can't like, and what?
Team Balmer said congratulations on the award. Sorry, we didn't get a chance to meet, but we're feeling the exact same way. Yeah, y'all guys are great.
It was a lot, but it was fun. And I think now that I have a better understanding of like how things work, I could probably go again. And I don't think that I would have as much anxiety as I did. Also, you kind of have that, what's that? Slim Sherry said it today on one of her videos, and I was like, fuck yeah, imposter syndrome.
Yeah. And just to be clear, I'm in recovery too. I'm 8.5 years clean
of drugs.
I was not.
There's different types of recovery, so don't come at my friend in any way, shape, or form.
Clothing, I know I said it out loud when we're on a podcast. Like my legalized cocaine shirt
was a joke.
Was a joke because I've been clean in recovery for 8.5 years. So
yeah. Well, and also when I was going to AA, my favorite thing to do was to wear my shirt that said, "No, I don't drink, just drugs for me." So, and I wasn't doing drugs either, so it's fine. But yeah, I think now that I have I'm that type of person where I don't like to go to new restaurants because I don't know what to order. And it's like, I'm fucking hungry. What if I order something that's gross? I'm going to be mad. So if I go to the same restaurants, I order the same shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to branch out. A lot of people too, I recognize, think that like us content creators are so outgoing and extroverts. And some of us are. What I learned this weekend is that majority of us are not.
Yeah.
It's so much different. I'm in my fucking living room. I know you guys have heard this before. I'm in my living room.
Way. Yeah, I'm the same way. I film in my house or in my car.
Yeah, I'm in my living room and I'm alone and I'm talking to a screen. And yes, I'm interacting with you guys, but I can choose what I want to ignore, what I don't.
Yeah.
I can do that. And I don't have somebody being like, I asked you something. No, I'm just going to block. and pretend it never happened,
Yeah.
but it's like, so I have that type of anxiety. And then also Slim Sherry said it today, the imposter syndrome. And I was like, that's what it is, because it's really a weird feeling to come from where I've come from. Now I know like how to love myself, and my self-esteem is where it should be. And I know my value and my worth. I mean, it wavers. Nobody's perfect. She said something to me at the award ceremony where I'm like, what the fuck do I say if I win? I don't want to win. I didn't prepare a speech. What the fuck was I thinking? Oh, I'll just wing it if I fucking win it. I'm like mass panicking. And she's like, hey, bitch, don't
Also,
forget
Chris,
who the fuck you are.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
did. Also, Chris is in the chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't tell Sherry.
We were just talking about how hot you were.
Yeah.
Or
but
are.
Inside and out.
Yeah.
Inside and out. She's an amazing person.
Yeah, both of y'all are great.
Absolutely. But when Slim Sherry said today, when I heard her say the imposter syndrome, I'm like, absolutely. It's hard. Even when you've gone through, at least for me, you've gone through the trauma therapy, you've done all of these things. And then to reach that level. And I even mentioned to her, I was like, I feel like I was playing pretend for the night. I was playing dress up. Did I feel fabulous in that dress with the makeup and the hair? Absolutely.
Yeah. I had to reassure you, like 47. And then I'm like, just breathe. And you're like, it's involuntary. And I'm like,
everybody's
no,
like, just breathe. I'm like, you can't not breathe.
I was like, deep breaths in your nose, out your mouth. And then
it's involuntary.
Whenever her awards were coming up, we didn't know if she was going to win. I said, if you win, we're going to make this real simple. You hug me, you turn that way, I'll fluff your dress, you walk on stage. She's like, what do I say? I said,
and then I ran from the cameraman.
It will come to you. And it did. She said, my butthole's puckering. And then I swear to God, she's like, actually, I know I didn't do well. I said, well, you mentioned that 3.5 years ago you were hammered. You forgot to mention I'm now sober, but they get the point. And then you also said your butthole puckered. So I think you were fine. She sounded, to be honest, Tiff's speech, if that's what you want to call it, were Tiff. They were the exact replica of who Tiff is as a human being.
Fire.
Yeah, it's great. But they were so good, though. They were short, sweet, and awesome. I thought it was really great. When I tell you I laughed so hard. See, everyone, Krista thought it was great. I thought
everyone on that stage, you instantly go deaf. I don't know. Yeah. That stage is weird. You can't fucking hear anything. I was like,
said you did great too.
Hold on.
I can't hear anything with these giant ass headphones on. Hopefully. And so we left in great moods. I probably have a $90,000 hospital bill that I will not be paying for Saturday, but that's okay. It was a good time though. We had a really good time. We hung out, but when I say we went to dinner we went to dinner on Sunday night with Brandy and Chris and a couple other people. And at breakfast the next morning, I kind of told her, I was like, man, I couldn't be more excited than the group of people that we kind of hung out with all weekend, because they were phenomenal human beings. And because my anxiety, like, yeah, I'm a content creator, but I don't make like skit content. My content was based off my story with my husband passing from fentanyl. And then I make content, but I'm not used to that. So my anxiety was through the fucking roof. And I was like, oh my God, like there's gonna be cameras everywhere. But we ended up just resonating with a really great group of human beings. And it was a phenomenal weekend. What happened? You sound so annoyed.
I'm fine.
Okay, deep breaths.
Involuntary, bitch.
In your nose, out your mouth.
Back to life. Back to reality.
Hospital. Yes, Cindy. I got alcohol poisoning and a concussion Saturday.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, imposter syndrome. Because
good for you, Patricia. Hold on, Patricia. That's phenomenal for you. You're 3 years clean off fent. I wish I could hug you through this phone. Fentanyl is an extremely hard drug to quit. Unfortunately, the father of my kids lost his life to it. So I'm extremely proud of you. That is phenomenal. Keep going, man. Keep going.
Look, and we were talking, and my kids were fighting pretty bad.
Mine are too. She keeps texting me. I think my son hit her with a basketball.
No. What's this one? This one's a motivational inspiration. Listen, I went back and I don't know if you said this while I was downstairs. I don't do that to my kids. I'm just kidding. That's probably why they're mean. No, anyway.
Yeah.
I went back and I listened to my speech because I thought it was terrible. In my head, it was fucking awful. And I went back and watched it. I'm like, it's not that bad.
No, it was good.
It wasn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
I was panicking in my brain. You know the movie Inside Out? Where they've got like joy, sadness, anger.
Yeah, all the feelings, anxiety.
So this is how you see me on the outside. Courtney. Thank you guys so much for this. I just want you to know that 3 years ago, I was fucking drinking all the time. Okay, that's what you see in my head. It's like, ah! Like, no joke. All of the fucking, ah! The whole fucking time. So it's like trying to recall. I was like, did I say my butthole puckered? Did I say yes? You know what? I was joking.
And then you stopped on the side of the stage. She tried to get you to go to the center. You were like right behind the speaker.
That was enough.
You wouldn't move.
I wasn't going any further. I noticed that she was doing that, and I was like, no.
We're good. Your first speech was phenomenal. Thank you to fellow researchers.
Why the fuck do I have to be in the middle? There was no mark. If there wasn't tape, I was fine because that was less of a fucking sprint to the. How awkward is that Courtney, to go from the fucking middle of the stage and then you have to go over?
Here.
What?
Courtney's asking my Facebook. My username on all platforms is right here. Not sorry, but Ashley.
But I remember I was at the table with Ashley. I was like, I think I'm going to say my butthole's puckering.
And you did.
Right? Because I'm nervous and my butthole was, in fact, puckering in that moment. Yeah. But I was like, no, somebody will think I shit myself. They won't understand that that's just funny. Like, oh, I'm so nervous. My butthole's puckering. But then I get up there and I forget to fucking say, I'm so nervous that I just go, my butthole's puckering. Then we go to dinner and Dee's like, I thought you were like, is she going to shit on stage? I was like.
But it was so you, though. That I don't know if you realize that, like, just being your best friend, knowing you on and off screen, like, that you both speeches were you to a T. And I wish all your followers could have been there to watch it because they would have all been like, oh, there she is. That's it.
No, it's not glory. The nervous shits. Have you ever seen somebody's owie and your butt's all, or like, if you're like nervous of heights, right? Like you look down, you're like, woo, and your butthole just, that's what I'm talking about. You get nervous.
Yeah.
And your butthole just goes, woo. That's what was happening, not the shits.
Speaking of, Chris said, remember the elevator so it wouldn't be a surprise. I just want you guys to understand something. We rode the elevator 49 million times in this hotel to go to and from our room. And Tiff had to take it upon herself every time we were in the fucking elevator with strangers. Man, it's to be a real awkward time to fart right now.
Because they were so quiet. Why are elevator rides so fun? Everybody's just like.
And then the only one that I liked was an older guy. And he's like, yeah, we could all do it in unison.
I loved that guy. But it's like, and I did it when I was in the bathroom at the pool party because all the stalls were full and I was doing the wardrobe change. So I was making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
And again, I have anxiety. Yeah. And I'm like, they're probably thinking something's going on in here. So I was like, hey, would this be a real bad time to tell you guys I was about to explode this toilet? I was going to take a hefty shit. And somebody's like, nope, that's exactly what I'm doing. I was like, it's the chicken wings, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. It was good. Thank y'all so much for all the follows. On Insta. But yeah, it's the one that pops up so I can see it. I
had a great time. I think that I was kind of in survival mode. Most because of my anxiety. By the time my plane landed and I was waiting outside for my Uber is kind of when everything fucking hit me and I made that video. I was like, holy shit. Mm-hmm. I just went to one of the biggest events for social media sober. And I literally had the fucking time of my life. Yeah, and there was only the one time at the main pool party that like my addiction tried to fucking creep back in. But I still was able to like work through that on my own. I stayed for the majority. I think we left at 3, so it was like an hour.
2:30. I'm also very proud that you told me. I'm very proud that you told me.
I just got to the point where I was like, I'm really fucking tired, emotionally, mentally, and physically, and so we've got to go. Like it's not safe for me to stay here and like push myself beyond my limit. I've reached my limit. It's time to go. And I think I did really well personally. Proud of myself, as
Thank you,
fuck.
Courtney.
You know, and then I made that video because when I got home and to see my kids, even though they're fighting like crazy people right now,
Yeah.
my 17-year-old, not to tell too much of his own story, but he's my first
I'll talk
kid.
about that in a second.
He's
Yeah.
my first kid. He's my first
Yeah.
kid. He went through a lot of me, you know, trying to get sober and figuring shit out and all that kind of stuff. But he's also like, we don't get along right now, not because of what I've done, like sobriety wise. He's just 17 and he's a dude and he's got fucking testosterone just flowing through him way too much right now. And so there's a lot of that going on. But so the moments that I get with him that are raw and like nice are very few.
Oh, thank you.
And when I came home, he's like, Mom, I was so proud of you. And he like got teary eyed. I'm like,
he did on the phone after the award ceremony when he called. It was like the best, like, let's go mom speech. Like, fuck yeah. Like, it was
because
great.
he's not like that.
Yeah, it was really good.
Also,
so someone brought up the thank you all so much for the follows.
Absolutely, Dee Dee.
Someone brought up, I'm so glad. I was telling Tiff, I was like, I don't think I got enough I shot a lot of content for her. I was like, I didn't get enough content of you and I. But then I forgot we went live. I went live a lot while I was there. And dude, let me just tell you something. I went live with my hair, the extension. She walked out to go say, I think see Slim Sherry. And I was and I had my legalized cocaine t-shirt on. I got banned for it, even though I bought it from the TikTok shop. Like, make that make sense. I got it back.
You can't.
And
You're I literally got it from an ad.
Yeah, I got it from an ad on your app. But anyways, I took it off. We couldn't get our fucking extensions out, dude. At the same time, our makeup artist and our hairstylist is in the chat. My hairstylist is like, she's like, I've never seen anyone take out my work afterwards. I'm like, well, here you go.
Well, here you go. It's not easy.
Yeah. What we posted is just a clip. It was like a 45-minute ordeal just to get those fucking things out of our hair. We just have to get all the content
seriously thought about
together.
just sleeping with them because I was so tired. But it would have turned into dreadlocks. Then once I got him out, I'm like, I'm not showering.
I did immediately.
I'll do it tomorrow. I'm too fucking tired. She gets out and she's like, you're going to want to shower. And you're going to want to put extra conditioner in and you're going to let it sit. I'm like, okay. And I'm so glad I did because even I went to bed with wet hair, which I don't normally do either.
Yeah.
I'll at least braid it or something if it's wet. Tell me why I woke up the next morning and I was like, I'm like, oh. So I just put it in a bun. And I left it there till my natural oils. I didn't wash it yesterday. I just washed it. And now it's finally, but like, that's no fucking joke. I don't know how people do that all the time. They don't, right?
I put them in. No, they do.
No,
but
I put them in too, but I'm talking about like.
Hold on, let me see if I have any. I don't know if I do. Yeah, right here. What makes it so hard to get them out is she uses play powder, like powder play. This stuff makes your hair like concrete. So this is what she'd put it on every row of on extensions. So that's why it was so hard. So you know what I mean?
And then in one of my interviews, I'm turning my head. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm watching it and I'm like, oh my God. She's like, she told you not to move. I was like, this wasn't fucking glamour shots. What am I supposed to do for my interview? Hi, I can't move. My hair will I had to move, bitch.
Her. She was great.
I had to move.
Also, she did post. She posted her speech. One of them. I have both clips of both speeches.
No, I posted both speeches.
Oh, she did post both.
On my Facebook. Kelly Clarkson's band of fucking researchers are making me share ad revenue. I don't even know what that fucking will end up looking like. And then YouTube was like, fuck you. We don't even deal with Kelly Clarkson. So because the song plays when they call my name.
Yeah, just mute it.
So YouTube's like,
chop it up. I think if you chop it up, you'll be okay.
I'm going to have to, but it is on Facebook right now.
Appreciate it.
But if you want to watch the whole thing, you can go to the Connect TV. It's with the KN, but you go to Connect TV and you can do a.
And she's frozen. Why is she frozen? Am I frozen? She frozen? Okay, we're almost done. And then y'all gonna take baths.
Do we have any birthday gift bags?
No, why are you crying?
No.
Are you and brother okay?
No, he kept throwing his basketball at her.
Why is she so frozen? Okay, well, give me a minute.
Do we have any?
I don't think we have any left. I don't think so. If I do, they're on my desk on that silver thing. Am I frozen? No, she's froze. I wonder if her phone died. Just her. Let me get a screenshot. Let me get out of it so I can get a screenshot of her. Because that's what we do as friends. We get screenshots. Cool. Well, what is happening right now? I don't know. I don't know what happened. Why is she frozen? Unless her phone died. Hold on. I don't know. I know. I don't know what's going on. The fuck? Is she gone? This is what we do as friends. I bet her phone died. Okay, so I'll wrap. I think her phone died. She was like 15% when we started. I don't know. Should I wait before I end it? Also, our lips are so chapped from Vegas. Now she's gone. Yeah, I don't know. Just me. It's just me and me and me and me. Because I don't know what happened to a Tiffany. Hey, that rhymed. You're in Dallas, right? I'm in Fort Worth. Well, you guys obviously all follow Tiff. Go run up her YouTube. She's really trying to hit, I think, 100,000 followers on her YouTube. So I'll talk while she's not here. Go run her YouTube up, please. That's a milestone for her. Like a big one for her. She wants to hit 100K on there so she can get a plaque. So run her up on that. Okay. No, I'm not going to show you new stripper moves because I don't have any. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for following me. I saw the Instagram follows. Again, I don't post a lot on Instagram. I don't post my content on Instagram. Instagram's just really a personal thing, what I do in my day-to-day, things like that. My content's on Facebook and TikTok. But I appreciate it because I really am trying to build my Facebook. I think I hit 25,000 followers today, which is great. Don't get me wrong. So I really appreciate your follows and stuff. I'm getting better about posting. We're posting content at the same time. So we all have this, me and her have the same clips of our trip because I took them all, but we're trying to contrast and like I just posted one of the ones with the boots because she talks so much shit about red boots. I just posted a video right before we went live. So you'll see content on this.
Hey, I'm still on the
Okay,
live, boys.
she called
The
me. I
pizza's
told
in
you.
there.
Did your phone die?
What?
Oh, now it's not matching.
Hold on, I can't hear you. Why can't I hear you now?
Can you hear me? Oh, hold on.
Barely.
Can you hear me now?
It's very low, but that's fine.
Anyways, it's 8:09. I got to get my kids in the tub. But I was telling them to run up your YouTube. I said you're trying to hit 100K on YouTube.
I am. I want my plaque, and then we can put it with all these too.
Yeah, her YouTube's the same.
But I do.
It's our names are the same. Not so average, actually, and single. They're the exact same on all platforms.
I do want you guys to know, though, how thankful I am for each and every one of you who nominated me and voted for me. It was a very humbling experience. But so yeah, you're welcome. So yeah, I love you too. It's a very humbling experience. I absolutely loved how Slim Sherry said it's like an imposter syndrome. And it made me realize like I have to work through that and learn how to take those compliments because I did work really hard to get where I'm at.
Yeah.
And that instead of dismissing it and being like, how the fuck am I motivational or inspiration to people? I don't fucking know. I just need to embrace it and not dismiss, because these are what you guys are all telling me that I've done for you. So I'm gonna get better at that too. But I did feel, in a sense, like I was playing pretend. But wearing that fucking dress, man, let me just
You too,
tell
Tiff.
you
It was great to see you. Tiff's in here, dumpster diving mama. It was good to see you. Congrats on the wedding, by the way.
Yes,
Yeah, she got
she
married
got
in Vegas.
married there.
Also, before I say anything, we were going to have a special piece of content that I
Thank you,
was so
Kelly.
excited to film Sunday after the awards, but we were so fucking tired and busy. We were going to film in front of the little white chapel as if we were getting married, and we didn't get to film it, and I'm really sad, but it's okay. We got plenty of other good content.
I had so many great ideas, but
I know.
got tired.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll tell you what, you ever gone and get your nails done, and on the car ride home, you're not the same person that you were on the car ride there? You're just like, damn, like what? Peasants? All you peasant, you know what I'm saying? That's how I felt in that dress. I just felt like
Yeah,
a movie star, a Barbie. Like,
all of my guy friends, literally, including my little brother Hamza, on Instagram, DM'd me immediately and said I would give her the best 20 minutes of her life. Like, they were fucking fire.
let's be real, I looked at myself and said I'd finger bang her in the bathroom.
Yeah,
Come here.
you did. It was
Come
good.
on.
Okay,
And
well,
my dogs are so happy to see me. This guy did not leave my side for 24 hours.
I believe it. He's right there. Well, I'm gonna hop off. Thanks for all the
Same.
follows. We will see you next Tuesday. We're back on regular schedule. We'll see you next Tuesday. And,
oddly, my
thank you,
depression
Lisa.
finally passed.
Mine did today, but that's because I officially came off the market. So
Mine was because I got to meet so many amazing people, and they were
Thank you.
actually who they said they were.
Kelsey, let's go to the bathroom.
You're gonna make me blush. God damn, my dog's jealous.
Not the strip club bathroom, Brandy said.
Fuck no, she barebacked the toilet seat.
I
with
did.
her face.
I did, and gave myself a concussion.
I can't wait to post the content though from that strip club. The shit that I was saying, I'm like, I even talked about Big Kelsey while I was there. I was like, turns out I'm gay.
Yeah.
Real quick before we go, I just want, the research has concluded, move your ears, that male stripper clubs are
Not for us.
diabolical.
They are.
They're not.
Wait, hold on. Stop for a second. I have to scroll up because Brandy said something.
She said, you're not going to marry my son, Ashley. She didn't say she wanted to marry him that night.
Wait,
if you
hold on.
remember correctly,
You're not
Brandy.
going to marry Brandy, I know I'm not going to marry him. Okay? I know I'm not going to marry him. Oh my God, Andrew's in the chat.
Wait a minute. Why are you saying that? Guess I got overlooked, the life of a male. Why do you say that?
Who?
Jason Burnside is like, guess I got overlooked.
Who's Jason?
I don't fucking know, but like, there's been like anywhere from, I saw it at 1,200 viewers at one point. Right now it's a little bit lower because we're getting off, but like, never mind.
There's 1,200 people in here?
Earlier, yeah.
That. Andrew said, what did I miss? Your mom said I couldn't marry you. So, hey, but we're trying to get Andrew to push some content with his little fine ass. We love him.
I can't wait to show you that. I was like, I was like, Ashley, I think I'm gay. And then I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm autistic. I just need to get the test. And she was like, as fuck.
I did.
She's like, we came all the way here and did this collab, and now you won't even do a lap dance. I was like, have at it, girl.
Yeah,
these guys are scaring the shit out of me.
Hey, but we got some good content like that. But I will say again, to Tiff, Chris, Brandy, and Andrew, thank you guys all so much for taking such good care of me whenever I blacked out there, because I got back to the hotel room and Brandy's room, and like I guess I had told Jared that what had happened, and he like blew my phone up. He's like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" Like, and I was like, "No, I'm surrounded by." Y'all took really good care of me. I really appreciate it. Gay
Jason,
and autistic.
Jason, if you watch my content, this isn't just for single moms, it's for everybody. And I'm really sorry that you lost your wife.
Yeah, we are very sorry.
I'm not really sure what your expectations were. If you wanted like me to say I'm so sorry, because I really am, or if you're in here trying to find a date now.
He's written it 47 times. As a widow, Krista
So you've seen it.
yeah.
That was the first time, but
Yeah.
regardless, I just wanted you guys to know that was
Krista
my
said
junk.
it's your new podcast, remember? Gay and autistic. I'm dead.
And not me at the stripper club when we went down to the female side. Did I take a stripper's like lap dance? Absolutely. Did I enjoy it? Absolutely.
Yeah, you had a lot
But then
more fun
afterwards, I immediately wanted to save every fucking stripper in that joint because I am an empath, and I'm like, you could do that.
I just wanted to make him money. I was calling all the guys. Me and Andrew were sitting down front and center with the stack of money, and the guys behind us weren't doing nothing. I was like, because they're broke as fuck. Like, I was mad as
He was
shit.
very aggressive with his junk, Krista.
Yeah.
We thought that I had a ringworm.
I thought you had ringworm on your eye.
Turns out it was just dry from the desert. Same with my voice. I was repeatedly just boom, 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 boom. I'm like,
I have them filmed.
you can see me holding my breath, and I'm like, and closing my eyes.
I did post a teaser on my page. I posted a teaser Saturday of her.
Same, Krista.
What was his name? Dylan. Dylan was one of the nicest
Dylan was
guys
really
there.
awesome.
Really chill. And I said, hey, I need you to come up from behind her, grab her throat, and pull her
Me
head
too,
back.
Kristen.
I needed her to be
Or
into
Kirsten.
it, but we got the best shot because my teaser video that I posted, she's like,
He grabbed my neck from behind, and I'm like, turns out I don't like male strippers. I like men. I like males. I like both.
yeah.
But it turns out I don't like the male strippers. That's too much. But yeah, not
my
me on the
God.
other side of
Oh my
in the
God.
female,
Wait,
just being like,
I want you to read Leanna real quick. I just want Leanna Fracco fuckhead. It says, what is this crap? Why are these so many losers
Where?
thinking this garbage is entertaining? Get a life, ladies, and do something
Where?
productive. Bitch, I make more money than you in a month than you probably make an entire year, and I could probably fuck your husband at the same time. So have a great day. We love that for
I
you.
didn't see it.
She's right there. Just remember, you're here. You are
I don't
here
see it.
in our chat.
I don't see it.
Good. That means she heard it all because she's still here. God. It's the same thing as like when that one person was like, ick, her tits hanging out. And bitch, you're here. You're here.
Like, why do they do that?
I don't know.
I hate it so much. I must tell them.
And
Or
just
like
so
the
we're
chick
clear,
today that was like, you used to be so relatable on my post about my sobriety. I was like, I'm sorry that my sobriety fucking triggered you. I'm
Did I
sorry that you can't relate to me now that I don't fucking drink excessively. Hey, if you want to rise above, I'll be here.
And then I told her, I said, I forgot her name, Margie or whatever. I was like, why don't you go guzzle some shoe
It
bill
was
cum?
Tamra.
Yeah, because I can say things like that on Facebook. I can on TikTok, but you only get comments like that on Facebook. But what's really funny to us as creators, you can send us all the hate in the world on Facebook, and that just boosts we get paid for that. The more you comment, the more we get paid. So at the end of the day, who really wins? You know what I mean? Half of Facebook in most of Australia thinks my husband died because he didn't wear a helmet in a fucking four-wheeler video that went viral that I posted. He died from drugs, not from a four-wheeler, not wearing a helmet, but I let it go. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day,
yeah,
this is my best flex that I have.
yeah.
The fact that I can see people for who they are, and that I will not lower myself to like purposely try to bring somebody's spirit or vibe down because of my insecurities. You will never catch me coming into a chat telling somebody that they're white trash, even if I fucking think it. What I'm going to do instead, if I have those thoughts, is I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to put myself in check.
Yeah.
Do you know me?
Yeah.
No. Do you know her? No. But you want to talk about like, oh my God, who thinks this is entertainment? I'm sitting here in my living room with my bestie talking to people about the awards that they helped me win on one of the best weekends of my life. You are sitting at home or wherever the fuck you are, miserable as hell, right? Yeah. Talking shit to people you have never met. So in my book, I'm winning, and I feel so sorry for you. On a serious note, I am not being facetious or rude. I feel very sorry for you because I used to be you.
Yeah.
that I had to bring other people down because I felt bad about myself. Didn't realize that I was doing that to other people, but that's why I did that. Because it is not normal to see somebody else succeed and immediately want to shit on them. That's not normal.
Yeah, it's weird.
So I feel sorry for you, and I hope that you're able to heal whatever that is. People just don't go around being angry all the time at fucking strangers. That's not normal.
And while Tiff says she hopes you heal, I hope you stub your baby toe on every piece of fucking furniture in your house. I don't take the high road.
And this is why we're best friends.
I don't take the high road.
It's a balance.
I'm
trying to save all the strippers at the club, even though I just dropped like $500 on the fucking soft, pretty and pink Persian Barbie. That's what her name is.
She was great.
Then I was like, she's all, do you mind if I have a shot? I'm like, oh, girl, you got to get drunk just to work? Let me save you.
Meanwhile, guess who had to get saved at the end of the night? Oh. Shout out to Andrew.
If you ever
for
find
getting the
yourself
content.
like just so fucking mad at somebody you've never met, the problem is 100% you.
Yeah.
100%. And that used to be me.
I will say this. I'm not a hater of any critics, because here's my thing. Between content creation, and I've made plenty of money with social media, and I no longer do social media full time. I'm back in the career that I love. But the amount of hate that you do in the world that we live in now, I could never understand why someone could hate on someone, like the whole general statement of get a real job. First off, I saw how much Tiff paid in taxes, and it's probably more than you made in an entire year. But it's like, my thing is how can you hate someone for just putting themselves out there, making a video, and you don't have to pay them. You're not paying, like, all you have to do is hit like, comment, maybe share. You know what I mean? And the app pays them. How can you hate someone for being on a hustle who actually makes you laugh? I'll never understand that. It just means you're absolutely miserable with yourself when you have to remember.
Teaches you how to cook.
Yeah. Or at the end of the day,
like,
and this is
so many different kinds of videos.
The best life is your own life. And if you don't like your own life, then take the steps to fucking change it. Don't bring other people down. There's no point in that. Absolutely no point in it.
Like, I want you guys to remember that I used to fucking say that, and I honestly believe this with my whole heart, that how I coped with why my life was so shitty, right? Because it was, and there was a lot of things that were not my fault that were done to me, but there's some things I did to myself. But how I processed all of that was I told myself that my life was so shitty and that this was my purpose so that other people could be thankful that they have better lives. Like, at least it's not that bad. At least it's not like that. I believe that wholeheartedly with my whole heart.
Yeah.
My whole heart. Until I fucking grew and recognized that's not how your life is. That's not how my life is. I don't care if you were born with a silver spoon shoved up your fucking ass, or if you were born in poverty in a third world country. Your value is the same as everybody else's.
Yeah, we all believe the same.
So go find it and learn how to love yourself, and you'll fucking learn real quick. And then you're going to have to go through a whole shit like I did, where you feel guilty for all the fucking bullshit and then the negativity that you spewed out because you weren't okay.
Yeah, and it's a really bad problem, because I used to be this part of social media. When I would scroll, when I first started doing, mind you, I do content in this little rental house that I rent. And I would see, I'm like, God damn, all these fucking people have these $1 million homes. And I didn't hate on that. I wanted that. And then I learned really fast that the best life you live is your own life. And once I let go of wanting what other people had, man, my fucking life changed for fucking ever, because I was missing out on all my own joys, because I was fucking so like, why I should be at that level. But in all realness with social media, we decide what you see on social media. Someone could be shooting in a $50 million mansion that they're renting for 2 fucking hours, and they live in a 1-bedroom apartment. So don't ever wish that you want what someone else has in life. Just love your own life as much as you can. And if you don't love what's happening in your life, do what you can to change it, because it's not impossible to change your life.
Nobody's going to change it for you.
It's just change is very scary, and it's hard, and you just have to do it. But I wanted to shout out to Krista, because Krista was saying that she gets a lot of hate, as Slim Sherry gets a lot of hate even when promoting their own business. Speaking of, shout it out, Wholesome Hippie right here. Okay.
Yeah. I made sure those fucking fit in my goddamn bag after bringing home these 2 things.
Yeah.
I didn't think ahead.
Yeah,
I
I'm
should have
very
brought
excited.
another bag, but I also didn't think I was going to win.
Risk
So,
is always hard. Absolutely, it is. It's
but
very,
it
very
is.
hard.
And, you know, I love the way that Mama Tot said it because I had to go back and watch it because I was in the back
so good.
when she was presenting the motivation one.
Mm-hmm.
So I went back and I watched it, but if you guys go and watch that, just listen to what Mama Tot says, where she talks about like doing social media is not hard and that you sacrifice a lot to be able to show up for people. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And it's absolutely fucking true. Absolutely. People will talk shit. There's always, I could stop swearing tomorrow and they're going to bitch about my tattoos. I could go get tattoo removal and then they're going to say I'm white trash. I could go tanning and they're going to accuse me of trying to be a different race. I can dye my hair and they're going to say some shit like, why don't you just go natural?
And get accused of having lap band surgery.
Okay, that's happening right now. I don't know where the fuck did that rumor start? Oh, how'd you lose that weight? She got gastric bypass. I'm like,
yeah.
No hate to people that do.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's just not my story. And I'm like, I wasn't big enough to even qualify for gastric bypass. Maybe lap band.
I have to screenshot Chris's name so I can follow her on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to need you to send that to me so I can too.
Yeah.
I've got her. Do I have her on TikTok?
I don't have anybody on TikTok. I have to go and if they're attached in their Facebooks. I was trying to grab people as I could on Facebook. My life is dark. Has been accepted.
Change it.
Yeah. Just change. It's hard.
You can.
Like you can't just change things. Yes, you can. You absolutely can.
I know. I'm not saying it's easy. When people are like, oh, you make it sound so easy. The fuck? It's not. But is it easy right now?
Yeah.
Pick your hard. Which hard are you going to do? Are you going to keep doing this with no light at the end of the tunnel? Because it's hard either way. Or are you going to pick the hard that can end in something like more positive?
Wait, I got to take a screenshot of Sine
or Sinette?
Chris,
we're over here at the fucking cheer choice being like, you murdered her name.
It's Sinette. And then Chris is like, that's not actually her name. It's just what everyone calls her. And we're like, motherfucker. Because I screamed at the award show. They called her Sonnet. And I said, it's Sinette. And then Chris at dinner was like, it's not Sinette. That's just what everyone calls her. I screenshot her name so I could add her on here.
Fine. And I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Anytime somebody has a personal vendetta, I'm like, did I yell at you on a live?
We love you.
Did I block you because you were having a bad day?
Yeah.
Like my son's teacher right now. I called her bitch and I was like, this ain't the first fucking time. And I'm sorry you have to keep listening to this shit, but blah, 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 blah. I was like, you know what? I probably did something to her. Maybe. She was also my son's teacher, my older son's teacher back when like I was probably at my worst. Like Maddox was a baby. Well, he was probably like, no, he was like 2.
Yeah.
And that's when my drinking, like it got pretty high.
Yeah.
And I was like, did I talk shit to you? She's all, you should just ask her. I was like, that's a very good idea. Hey, do I need to make amends? Did I do something?
Yeah, you blocked Brandy once. Tiff was on a fucking... we were live. We were live, almost done, baby.
If you don't tell the story right.
Okay, we were live on TikTok one day, and I'm almost done, baby. Okay. Yes, right here. We were live on TikTok, and we had a lot of trolls in the chat. And Tiff decided to say, "If you say one more thing,"
I snapped.
And Brandy was answering a question that I was asking. She immediately went, and she didn't realize it was Brandy.
No, I said, if you want out of here, just fucking say yes in the chat. That's what I said. Just fucking type yes and I'll block you right now.
But Brandy was answering my question with a yes, not what Tiffany was saying. We had 2 different conversations going at the same time. She blocked her immediately. And I was like,
oh, you want to be a smart ass? Done. Next. Anyone else? Show of hands.
Also, I want to point out to the person that asked in here, this is not even
Brian.
Where?
Right there. He's like, let me talk. Hey, let me talk about ironing your kitty.
Okay, I just screenshot his name too. I also want to point out this might be live on Facebook and YouTube right now, but we're not live streaming direct through Facebook. This is through StreamYard. It's a podcast thing. It just streams on all platforms while we're doing this. So just FYI, the person that asked, where's the mental health lives? Tiff's been on vacation for 2 weeks. I'm sure she'll have one in the coming days. But this is just our podcast that we do on Tuesdays.
I want to do one tomorrow, honestly.
Perfect.
I've got a really big day though. My son, so I might have. Okay.
I want to show
Oh.
him this is our podcast name, ChatHerBox.
Yeah.
ChatHerBox.
I might have to do it maybe Thursday. We'll see. But my younger son has therapy tomorrow, and I need to get my older son to the tux shop because he's got prom this week. He procrastinates. I'm like, dude, I don't think they're going to be able to tailor a tux for you by Saturday. So you might just have to wear one that they have that fits the best.
Yeah.
We'll see. But I have to go and do that. So I might not have time, but I might be able to if I do it in the morning before therapy. So either way, tune in tomorrow. If you're at work, I post them. They're here for 30 days. Or we'll do it Thursday.
Sorry, Angela's one asked what platform.
Yes, Kelsey, I'm always talking about you.
Angela, she does mental health lives on Facebook. We've done them on TikTok, but she does them by herself specifically on Facebook. On Facebook, yeah. So yeah. Anyways,
and I think this is a good time. I'm in a good headspace. I went through a really hard time before my vacations. This happens to me about once a year, and it happened. And I built a dollhouse that's now in my kitchen, taking up my whole table. And I'm like, I'm not the same person I was before. What the fuck do I do with this now? ADHD thing. It's fine. Anyway, and I'm in a good place now. And I think going to Cheer Choice and meeting the people that I met and hearing. And don't get me wrong, people tell me all the time. I just think that I just was like, I don't know. I had a block. I'm like, there's no way that I can be that inspiration. I'm a phony. I'm a fake. This is how I felt. Like, I'm like, no, I can't be. This is all a lie. I'm like, how did Cherry say it? Like, what was it? Imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this can't be my real life. Like, what have I done here? Like, and I was panicking about going to Cheer Choice. And I'm like, I don't even fucking deserve to be up there. But then going to Cheer Choice anyway. Huh?
Yeah. At one point you almost didn't want to go. Like at one point you were like,
I'm not going. That's how Kelsey, low I was. I texted her and I was like, I don't think I want to go.
Yeah. Kelsey said she's very proud of you for doing the event and sobriety, but she also said you were the same person in social and in real life. I have to add to that. That is what I was so excited for everyone to see, because I know Tiff, even though we just met in real life after 2 years of being best friends, I talk to her every single day. And I know a lot of people are different online, or they have a persona or whatever. Tiff is the exact same person on live stream or on her content as you see in real life. And
it's fucking mess.
Yeah.
A beautiful mess, but a mess nonetheless. But no, I was really nervous. And so I think now, after going to Cheer Choice, I heard so many inspiring stories from people, and like meeting the girl at the Cheer Choice event, like the award ceremony, that was like, I came here just for you, just to see you to the awards. She's like, I couldn't get the tickets for the other ones, but I came here just because I knew you were going to win. And it was like, look, I'm getting emotional. I was like, in that moment, I was like, this girl had more faith in me than I had in myself.
She was in our line for the interview. I'll never forget it, because she tapped me on my shoulder. She's like, I'm here because of her. And I said, well, hold on. Let me get her attention. I got a picture with her. Kelsey said some creators aren't, though. Yes, we learned that firsthand. I know that
did this
for
week.
Sure. Yeah, we did. But
just one. It was a big blow for me, but still.
Yeah, not for me. I don't follow that person. But
I don't anymore either.
Every person that we hung out with, Slim Sherry, Kelsey, everybody, Brandy, everyone that even though we didn't hang out the whole entire time, everyone we hung out with.
And Chancey. Or Chance. And her BFF that makes me buy fucking pants off the TikTok shop every time. It
was a good time. My anxiety went from here to here. Brian, phenomenal. We love you. It was, by the way, Brian, I used that Balenciaga skin scrub. It was great tonight. That you gave.
She stole
Brandy.
The fucking guest perfume.
I stole it from Brandy. So
we were all fighting over that bitch. I hosed myself down. Now I don't want to wash my dress because it smells like it.
Kelsey said, trust me, I felt that. I felt like that. My first event too. It hurt when they weren't there. They weren't there. Same. I agree. And I know that just from coming from live streaming on TikTok. That's where I was. I did that for a long time when it first came out, and those people that I connected with that, and then knowing them in real life, I was like, holy fuck, back away from me.
I think for me, it was,
don't talk to me.
People tell me these things online so often.
Yes, Brian, please.
And I think when they first started telling me, the impact it had on me was huge. But I
Yeah, it
think
was.
what has happened, and this wasn't intentional, over time, that impact, I just started to get numb to it because, in a sense, I kind of was like, I can't be doing that much. This is, I can't be doing, and maybe I lost part of who I was for a second. Not entirely, just a piece of like, I don't really deserve this much.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that that was the case, but going to Cheer Choice and having so many people come up to me, can I please have my picture with you? I'm fangirling right now. And I'm like, you are fangirling? Oh, I follow you. You're amazing. Or just random people didn't even know exist. I have followed you for so long. Your story's just having it, I think, in person was so impactful for me. And it touched my heart. Some of the things that people told me, one girl told me on casino night, and it fucking stuck with me. You know, she's like, I love that you inspire women. You get an idea for a video and you'll just do it. Makeup, no makeup, shitty hair, no shitty hair. I was like, bra, no bra, fucking manic depressive or not.
Yeah, that girl is the reason why I took Xanax, because she scared the shit out of me when she walked up to us. She came out of nowhere. I was like, oh, okay.
She's like, hi.
I need a Xanax.
But like the things that people said to me, I'm like, I've always said, like, I'm just going to make the videos. Yeah. I'm just going to do it because we're all sitting at home and we're all doom scrolling, even us content creators. And I'm just going to fucking do the video.
Yeah.
Rather my hair's done or not, if I think it's funny, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Because this is real. This is real life. My living room right now, I'm impressed because there were clothes and suitcases all over the floor, and the suitcases are put away.
Mine aren't. Hey,
my living room.
Yeah, mine are in front of my bed.
This is real life. I had high hopes of coming home and cleaning everything and doing all the shit, but I didn't.
I took the day off. I literally put it in
PTO
and turned my phone off.
I've been online all day, posting videos, responding to comments. I think
have to get a stylist.
I know you have to go.
No, I have to get a stylist because the entire time
you guys are assholes.
I'm terrible at I'm trying to get better at responding to comments on Facebook. I really am. It's just I'm so used to how TikTok works with comment sections. Facebook's a little different. So, but I have these fucking nails, and it's just like
they made fun of me. You guys know I'm like, hold on, let me get my pen.
I know, but I was like, it just tapped, and like Jared's like sitting next to me, and he's like, how does that not drive you crazy? I'm like, what? He's like, your nails, dude. And I was like, I need a stylist immediately. Now I understand why she fucking uses one. I was so dependent. Wait, what did she say? What did
Brandy?
I just want to say I'm proud of both of you for all the accomplishments. I love you both. Oh, I know we love you. So I love you so much. I love you all so much. It was great. But I do have to go. My kids are like, can you get out?
Yes, you do. So I know you have to go. I will do mental health. I'm in a great spot right now, thanks to all the wonderful people that I met and they shared their stories with me at Cheer Choice. So I haven't done one in a minute because I was not in a good place. I am now. So let's do it tomorrow morning.
Yeah. And then we'll be back to ChatHerBox. We'll be back Tuesday at 7 p.m. Who knows the topic? I doubt
7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain,
8 p.m. Eastern. ChatHerBox, and we're going. One thing I did tell her when we got back, I said, "Hey, we're going to take this podcast shit seriously." And really.
And I was like, absolutely. We launched this when I was not. Mentally well.
Yeah, but we've been talking about it for a year, so here we are. So, anyways, I'm a bounce. Thank you guys so much. I have 3% of my phone.
I love you.
You guys are great. Love everyone. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Don't mind me if you see me walking around with both my awards.
Yeah. Okay.
I love you.
Everyone.
Bye, guys.